What is up, people? Xenon here. Hope you're doing well. Still talking about Stronghold. That's on Lobstr wallet. I know I spoke about it last week. I'm just gonna go more in depth with this project. I've got the white paper and I just want to show you guys some stuff. By no means is this financial advice. It's all entertainment purposes only. So, let's get into it. This is the website that I showed you guys last week. I just want to show you guys what's going on here. The white paper. Right, as you can see, they kind of give you the disclaimer. Stronghold is not an investment product, and any action orders, communication, message, decision, managerial acts, you can pause and SHX is not a security. Stronghold gives no guarantees as to the value of any of the SHX and explicitly warns users that there is no reason to believe that SHX will increase in value and but also decrease in value or lose their value entirely. They give the so then enabling simple and powerful payment tools. Where we know this project is on the Stellar network and they're working with IBM and stuff like that. Their mission to provide fast, secure, and accessible financial services for all, to build more exclusive, stable, and connected global economy. Now we're going to go into a bit of the leadership team, and you're going to see some people. That is, the CEO. If you follow on Twitter, she also worked for Walmart Labs and stuff like that. Interesting bio. You can see privileged and confidential white paper. You have to put an email to get to this white paper. What we have here is the interesting part. Like, everyone knows about the IBM World Wire part, right? But there it's in the white paper. Collectively, we've worked with some innovative companies, right? We know they're on the Stellar network: Netflix, Gap, Coinbase, JP Morgan, Chase, which is interesting. They work XLM, XRP, stuff like that. Then you have Walmart Labs, like I just said. You worked for Walmart Labs and stuff like that. You got, this is University, New York University, EY, Played, KPMG, Deutsche Banks. Being on the Stellar network, you have stuff like, we all know that Stellar derives from XRP stuff. Jed McCaleb left Ripple, and he went to create Stellar and XLM and stuff like that. But here you have KPMG and Deutsche Bank both use XRP. There is a document. This was a document in Feb of 2019 from KPMG, and in this document they even mentioned innovative startups such as Ripple, but also corporations such as IBM are aiming to revolutionize payment operations environment, new concept based on blockchain technology, thus eliminating the weaknesses of the established system presented above. The focus of the aspiration lies especially on the minimization of the number of intermediaries, or even there be inter-transparent, complex, and therefore costly. As you can see, there's stuff there, and then they just mentioned Ripple, Google, Mbank, Click, WorldWire, stuff, Swift, and they talk about Ripple's IOU, which that's in the XRPL and RippleNet. So you can see it's That's with the KPMG doing those kind of stuff. And then come back here, you see then the investors and advisors. You can see Square. There's a guy from Square. They've been who's in Square. Guys like Jack Dorsey and all those dudes are in Square. So Randy Redding is in Square. Frank Mastrangelo, co-founder of Bangkok. Bestie Cohen. She's an interesting figure as well. With Bangkok Bank. Daniel Macklin, co-founder of SoFi. Then you have Rick Marini, and this is an interesting person to have, and is an investor and advisor on the project. And we'll look into him quickly. Rick Marini, and this is what I found about him. DAG Constellation second advisor Flex Rick Marini in 2018. Rick was named a top 50 angel investor by Forbes. Is an active angel investor in 55 tech startups, including 8 unicorns, Snapchat, Reddit, OpenDoor, Poshmark, backed Pax, Grove, Collaborative, Outreach, and he's working with DAG, which is very interesting. We can zoom this in. Yeah, this is a bit too small, but let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, there we go. Rick Marini, you can see he's a serial entrepreneur with 20 years experience. Technology space, he founded and successfully sold 3 companies, Tickle, Branchout, and Talk.co. Rick is an active angel investor in 50 early stage startups. Okay, we've just read that on the top. This is some of his portfolio funds. You can see Polychain, Metastable, some of investments, Catapult, Grinder, but the Softonic, Jibdea Protocol. Yeah, is CEO of Grinder, which is weird, but he's got an interesting background of some serious projects that he's invested and involved with, and now that he's also part of DAG and the hyper hash graph. That's the new web 3.0 when it comes to you get HTTP and then you have HTTP. So that's your new web page and web browsing that's gonna be on. So interesting figure. That's Constellation Network Advisor, happens to be on Stronghold. Stronghold's working with IBM and other stuff that we're gonna get into. To talk about the Stronghold platform enables payments with the highest degree of compliance and interoperability across legacy and modern payment networks, open APIs, compliance, flexible. Stronghold scored in the top 25% in a promontory financial group audit. That's good. They give you they run from the time they start. So they've been around from 2018. They've been really quiet, but they have been doing work behind the scenes and through partnerships. Stronghold enables POS software solutions to embed payments and virtual payment networks for commerce transactions. The SHX token, which we will look into, which is the currency of the Stronghold ecosystem. You can see rewards to encourage loyalty, DeFi access, governance. On the last one, I did see Somebody asked me if there is nodes for Stronghold. There's no nodes for it, but you can join the network and participate. If you have a company or an LLC, then you can sign up and get to use the network and participate in the incentives and rewards for the transactions. They tell you this stuff, not gonna go through so much. Yeah, this is the reward program loyalty. You have to select your Garden of Eden. That's a corporation that's set up, and then they on the network, and they have the SHX tokens. You gotta be that company to do this, to participate in the network, and you receive rewards. Then they tell you rewards program, how it works. Here is, I think, if you have the app, buy products and services, you see much pays processing fees, earns SHX, retail customer, you see it's retail. So you gotta have a company to do that. Purchase using SHX forwards, then goes to Stronghold Pay, settles proceeds in USD. But you can see that's how you earn. You gotta have a corporation in order to do that. But the token will go up in value with all this stuff what we've seen now. It says SHX rewards redemption has Trojan horse to SHX payments and lending. Merchant retail custom purchases using HSX, and then rewards Trojan horse to SHX payments and lending. Implements SHX with existing customers. Rollout managed by Stronghold. SHX built into Stronghold's product offering. No extra implementation effort. Increased revenues for merchants and Stronghold. So we have that. And then they give you a full rundown here what's going on. Rewards Trojan horse to SHX. Rollout managed by Stronghold in the short term. Built into Stronghold's product offering. No extra implementation effort. Increased revenues for merchants and Stronghold. Access to capital for merchants via SHX DeFi lending. So yes, it's going to be DeFi platform, via XLM and stuff like that. Faster, cheaper data, rich payment for Stronghold network, Stronghold net participants, integration with Stronghold's white label, virtual payment network product with ISO 20022 support, retail proof of POS, software integrations to Stronghold, merchants, distributors, manufacturers, raw material. And here's another fun part, is there's more corporations for these dudes. This is Aduro Advisors Venture Funds Rewards Program. So for every dollar transacted through the Stronghold payment method, top venture capital funds will earn SH rewards. So just look at it. These are projects or corporations that are already on the SHX network. They're on the Stronghold network, Homebrew, which is Big Human Ventures, A Capital, Craft, Unusual Ventures, which is also another big corporation, Cowboy, Streamlined, Bullpen, Commerce Ventures. You got the Engine, and then Silicon Valley. So you have quite a few big corporations on here that are on the network. Besides like IBM and stuff like that, you have some good companies that are on the network. Robert Capital, financial services, merchant financing. Yeah, this is how to participate in the network. You gotta sign up, and then you for this merchant, which you put your company name and stuff like that. then you are good to go. Also, with SHX, it's also a liquidity token, provides liquidity, and I have some stuff to show you in detail about that. So this is the DeFi capital liquidity contributor, capital liquidity SHX plus factor fee, available capital liquidity pool, capital liquidity Stronghold factor fee, capital liquidity contributor. So see back and forth. Then they have this capital liquidity, the factor fee that goes in comes here, capital liquidity goes in, factor fee, in which a short-term Stronghold admin interacts with and manages operations of the entire system. Long-term network oracles admins interacts with and manages operations of entire ecosystem. And then you have collateral vault, Stronghold, and other token-denominated stability pool to protect against default losses, network governed. So available capital liquidity, yeah. So all they understand the importance of liquidity and how to make sure everything is up and running smooth. You got your network participants and all those stuff. Capital liquidity again. You got other liquidity pools, verticals. Like I've taken a little bit off Stronghold and put it against LSP and Lumen Swap and trying out the pool there. Which is quite a bit interesting what Lumen Swap is doing as well. I'm not going to get so Stronghold token holders. As you see, let's get it. Stronghold has governance token on operation aspects of the network, right? So for the token holders, token holder photo network features implementation. Then the Stronghold network rewards program DeFi protocol future network additions. So this is Stronghold administers and manages governance process. Stronghold admin, article admins will administer governance. So you have operational aspects of network include liquidity pool, governance, fees, interest rates, rewards, amounts, Oracle stakes, rewards, Oracle standards, credit standards, etc. Right, you have that. Then yeah, there is the phase for enabling Commerce 360 rewards program, quarter 3. This was quarter 4 of 21. Decentralized governance in 2023. And then they kind of give the platforms that they're available on. KuCoin, Liquid Sushi. I got them off Lobstr wallet, and I'll show you how to get them off the Lobstr wallet. That's what I use. I mean, these are good as well. Stella X is also good. That's where I got them on. Then Stronghold let's see what they say. Stronghold was issued by Stronghold Anchor Limited, a registered financial service provider with New Zealand's financial service providers. Stronghold never conducted an initial coin offering for Stronghold and released approximately 5% of the total supply as an airdrop to Stronghold's early user base at the end of 2018. At the time of issuance, Stronghold Anchor Limited provided the following financial service to both retail clients and accredited investing, administering or managing money, securities, investment portfolios on behalf of other persons, operating a money or value transfer service, issuing and managing means of payment. Then they kind of give you estimated through 2050. So this tells you everything on here about the 100 billion and how to be allocated. And then they tell you which networks they're on the Ethereum network and Stellar. And then you're going to see Starbridge and all that come in. So it's going to be interesting. And then you have your IBM WorldWire. featured on Nasdaq, CNBC, Forbes, Thomson Reuters, Bloomberg, TechCrunch, Fortune, which IBM is working with Stronghold for payment network, Stronghold now powering payments and foreign exchange in more than 50 countries. Payment firm Stronghold launches 100 million investment fund aimed at fintech and Web 3.0s. And then they give you the stuff like that. Now the price of Stronghold currently is at 0.0025 on CoinMarketCap, right? Now let's get into this again. Like I explained this before, but this is a new. He put this chart out before. Right. So you kind of see that Stronghold logo here, liquidity provider. So let's see where we're going to start. We'll start clearing and settlement with finality happens in near real time. Users digital as set to settle transactions, serving as an agreed upon store of value exchange between parties, as well as integrating payment instruction messages. User A, bank, as you can see, bank A, you got your IBM, Hyperledger, Stellar Worldwire, the Stellar Network, so your market maker, liquidity provider, goes through there, right, and then goes to bank B, which is then through IBM, and then you have open source decentralized protocol for digital currency, fiat money transfers, which allows cross-border transactions between any pair of currencies. That's Stellar, right, and XLM. Then the tier 2 model issuing CBDCs on Stellar. As you can see, cbdc-tokens /tokens.org. Now I've looked into some of these tokens are on Lobstr, not all of them. So I actually got some of them that that's the cbdc-tokens.org. If you want, I'll probably drop the addresses of issue in the link below. So if you want to add these ones like DBSA, BNDAS, and stuff like that, and you can go ahead and do that. I'll put that in the description box if you decide you want to add it. I'm not really big on the CBDC part so much. I'm more focused, on Stronghold alone, but yeah, this is something to be focusing on as well on, because these are CBDCs that are going to be on the IBM Worldwire and stuff like that. You can see authorization, CBDC issue account, CBDC distribution account, which the central bank, the commercial banks, minted tokens, it in DA to be transferred to commercial banks as needed, and then you have your customer wallets. Then we spoke about this last week as well. Hosted validator nodes, application programming interface, API, distributed ledger technology, still a network, Hyperledger Fabric, 72 plus countries, 47 currencies, 44 banking endpoints, IBM Worldwide, Anchor Bridge currencies, near instant transactions, complete transparency, low clearing cost, open compatibility with all currencies or asset type, member of Initaba, Anchor Bridge currencies, Stellar Network, Hyperledger. As you can see, Stronghold there, payment mechanism for people in remote areas with weak local currencies. And that's when we come, back to all these kind of stuff with the CBDCs and stuff like that. And then when it comes to IBM, You see Hyperledger Fabric, which is Stellar, XLM, Hyperledger Fabric 2.0 permission consensus platform, powers IBM blockchain, and then let's see, create secure private channels, multi-industry, use case sample code, multi-smart contract languages, Node, Java, Solidity, IBM Cloud, multi-cloud. And as you can see, it's coming into Stellar, right? Then you have that going on there. You have your food chain. This is a Dara in the for the back end third-party cloud optional open source code. A Dara consensus service hybrid Ashcraft. Then you have food chain trust, trusted supply management. But I also think it's gonna be in the back over here as well. Before I continue there, I think in this chart, besides the Dara Ashcraft, is gonna be DAG Constellation, because I've heard, with Lobstr and stuff, they're doing stuff with Space Force, and Space Force is doing stuff with DAG. And I've seen like charts in the past that, DAG is going to be, and I just showed you the guy from Stronghold, the advisor Marini, that he, is an advisor for the DAG network and on Stronghold bot. So when you connect the dots, you kind of see that kind of play out in the XLM network as well. Right. So then we get back here: food chain trust, trusted supply management, supply chain transparency, asset tokenization, digital ID management, learning credentials, trade finance, vaccine distribution and tracking. Yeah, I already said that word. Can't do nothing about that. And then here is, the big part of what's going on. Right. Next we come to the end of it. Now on adding Stronghold, simple. And I'll drop it below. Since I'm going to go to assets, there's not much on here, but this is the Stronghold. You're looking for stronghold.co. As you can see, it's actually gone up. That's an XLM value. Let's see what it's priced on here now. Still 0.02. That's a good move. Right. Then we're gonna go on the network. And I'll put this here just so you can add this token. Wow. The liquidity is starting to get greater, as you can see from last week. I think it was 5.0 if I'm not mistaken on the last video. Weekly volume starting to get growing more. Not bad, doing well. Rating 7.3. See what the charts look like. It had a good, when was this? On November. Then spike after that. It's been playing low from all this time. So yeah, it's good. It's doing good. Yeah, so then basically now what we need to do is get this issuer here, and then you're just gonna copy this, and I'll leave this below because this is the right one. I know some of y'all that watched last week the Stronghold knows, but just in case there's new people, that come in to watch this video and haven't watched the other videos, so we'll know how to have the token, in the future as well. Yeah, so now we get back to assets. Notice you'll see it'll come up here, and then practically that's how you're going to add it. But if you don't want to do that, you'll just type in stronghold.co and make sure it's the spelling, because there's a lot of, I showed you before, guys, ton of different other strongholds. But we had to, come back on this project and talk more about it, because there is things in this project like these type of partnerships which are interesting. When you look at like you have Netflix, you have Gap, you have Coinbase. I'm not sure if Coinbase has listed Stronghold, but the fact that they work with them, and you have Walmart Labs, and Walmart is working with VeChain and stuff like that, and you got IBM, guys. Exciting times. I'm telling you, man. This is if you're looking for a low cap gem, I know we have XRP, we have XLM. I know people are looking for other tokens out there as well. For the time being, while things play out, this is a good low cap gem that we just went into right now. You can see partnerships. You can see where it's going. I don't need to it's self-explanatory now after just explaining all of that info. Yeah, guys, I'm heading out. You guys have a good week and cheers.
Openness and interoperability in web technologies. It's those same policy priorities that drew me to blockchain, an industry that I believe can learn from past mistakes made in other areas of web development. Stellar is an open, permissionless, decentralized network that is optimized for payments. There is no single entity, including SDF, that controls the code base of the network or its growth. You don't need permission to use this technology. Just like the underpinnings of the internet, it is ready and available for use to anyone. The Stellar platform is a pioneer of tokenization, optimized for fiat-backed asset issuance before stablecoin was even a word. Over the last few years, an ecosystem of businesses and users have built use cases around Stellar-based stablecoins due to their incredible utility to solve many of the problems we see in today's payment landscape.